A quick way to calculate how many plug-ins or receptacles one could put in a household item. Say, for instance, this is a 15 amp plug-in, so it would be on a 15 amp circuit. If it was a 20, it would be on a 20 circuit. So, how many of these can you put on one circuit before you max it out? So, this is not an exact science, but here's a rule. Say, for instance, this would be 1.5. This is a 15 amp. Each one would be 1.5. So, if we had an electrical circuit that would each one would be 1.5, if we use the 80% rule, we take 80% times 15 amps. That's a 15 amp receptacle. That comes out to be 12. 12 divided by 1.5 equals total. So in this case, with this 15 amp on a 15 amp circuit, we could roughly put 8 total. If we had a 20 amp circuit, we take 80% times 20, a 20 amp circuit equals 16. Take 16, divide that by 1.5, that's 10 point something. We'll round it down instead of rounding it up for electrical purposes. So anyway, this 80% rule should keep in line here. So again, 80% of 15, 12 divided by 1.5, 8 total. So in this case, we could put 8 of these on a 15 amp circuit roughly. Again, this is not an exact science. You'll have to check with your codes, etc. If it was a 20 amp receptacle, you would take 20 times 80%. 16 divided by 1.5, 10 total. So again, 80% times 15, 12 divided by 1.5, 8. 80% times 20, 16 divided by 1.5, 10 total. So 15, you could put roughly 8 of these on the circuit. If it were a 20 amp, you could perhaps, according to your code, you would have to check, but roughly maybe 10 of these. But again, I'd defer to the code, so check with your codes and see what they say. But again, this is just a quick method to figure out how many. So this would be 8 on a 15, roughly.